here and we are
sisimbonono.
Simbonono. Like, but it's Simbonono, Simandi, sometimes.
Yima, Putima. What else happened?
Bro, we've already started shooting.
Oh my God.
But I think we should have a genre, like we call the Simbonono straight. Because says it con. Umandis Jankies. Umandis Jankies is Simbonono. One way, he's always whining.
Umbonona ndoni molo sisi
uyakunalapho uyalila sikhona la awukuzibona sawe wena
akambononi okokoko guma
inyuse la mic benovakala
kahle yazi ngagqibela ngonathi ekhala
nayo unathi sisimbonono and unathi ngaye akananyani. That's the thing about him.
Kanjani ukananyani
njani unathi uthi makubizwa nawangumama usendlini yecaca uyabo and uzondwa ngumakhelwane ayidibana lando one nathi unechomi apha kulomzi wazibane apha kulomzi kutheni lapha kulomzi uthi usemzini wecaca makubizwa noma akenza ngando akanatyala so akananyani is a whiner
abiseleno mama
uthi lando makubizwa nobangumama so nobasibiza udabawo ku right
akaloku bengathanga uthakathwa nguye kwenye album
umalumekazi thakathwa nguwe uthi usiphakela kanye usiphakela abaqatha manje ngathi inyama ethengwa nguwe
mina eyami into i-one ingxaki yokuqala endibonayo apha ne umandisi akambononi okokoko ndiyayilungisa le akambononi okokoko
unengoma eziyi-2 shems entombazana ne kwezinye usisifombo tata wayesisifombo umama esisithulu andiyazi nentoni
umandisi akambononi okokoko ne okwesibini kukho enye rule sasidla ngoba nayo no-sister wam ne sithi le ngoma that's ringing in your head uyiculayo ne speaks of your state of mind.
Yes.
Right? So ingxaki ekhoyo yesibini apha yi-song selection yakho. Because umandisa kambononi.
Masisibhonono ngubani omnye
wena ungumntu onesimbonono ofuna uncediswa. Hayi ke lo wayigqiba ipakethe amakhandlela linda intombi.
Nosjava.
Uyakwazi futhi ulinda umandisi. Kwezi player nizizo these days such ba i-guys mos ziyaplayerisha. Zinamantombi amaninzi elifini. Yena ulayite a whole packet of candles. Uyokhala kolokugqibela. Bese phozu kwelesibini uthe ngikhanyisela elesibili ngibiza omunye abhale ingoma echoyo. Yena uthi ngikhanyisela ukugcina.
Yes. Uyacinga thatha ixesha elingakanani?
Yes, mosipakele pakade akho stick.
Uzawuthi khona ufuna ukuyenta encarayo.
Ndithi wena une beef. Namadoda aculayo andikavu ukhala ngumuntu eyi-1 umuntu osezimbonono ozahabo bani but asikhola
no
bendinomama uyambonana naba
I think iba ngamajita ixesha elininzi asoloko ecula nyani iba ngamajita asoloko ecula isimbonono ndayathanda phofu ke ne-Chakra Hands kanye Soul Sisters banazo zangomhlamba ndibajikisha kakhulu
Adele
hayi ke yena hayi simbonono number 1 funeka lahle ukuze abe ne-album e-right
simbonono Shemo Sisters
Amy Winehouse yena
uyawayina naye andiyazi
uyamuzweni Amy Winehouse andiyazi ndamamela and I'm sure ucula kamandi ne but ndamamela mna yabo
ukho problem
ewe it's giving drunk most of the time.
I think la mculo ne ngulo cult following.
It's giving old back.
Okay. Old back jam.
It's called pop culture. Popular culture. You do what people like, what people relate to, basically. If people like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but the same thing we can, so many artists out there, they sell out because like it's in sync, jagged edges, because something is called pop culture.
Sithela ngaba thina siyazi into bayakhala.
Uyayazi jagged edge. Nsika yazi jagged edge. Shame ndicinga ni young.
True healer kaloku laa mculo usadlalwa nangoku. Uyawazi umculo kwedini. I guess every generation izawutsho.
Ebalaweni.
Nayabegqom bazawuthi aniwazi umculo. Anibathetha ngomshunqisi. Yey!
Kangcola umshunqisi.
Yho kanti kuphakama idlozi. Yay!
And ngiyamthanda umshunqisi because awuqala mention umshunqisi apha.
Hayi phosa yami. Ngathi ngu-Isaac ubani uBig Nunu. Big Nunu's Little Heist.
I didn't watch it. I remember you guys were watching.
No, unantsika pha u-Isaac Gambo.
Sandobuyela ngoku ku-Netflix eyalandela bendikhanda nqaba.
Oh shame.
Bendiphekenda up is no YouTube, but trying to be a better African. So my name Mamela pie African things.
Okay.
So I just went back to Netflix. But New World Order vibes. I was fumani ba ku Netflix.
Bendibukele unantsika mani mnu uJule, which is evolution yalendo e-cigarettes. So these guys came with uJule, which boni target yabo was to target real smokers so that bayeke bangene apha. So they wanted to give them a kick that is similar to a cigarette. And after experiments, they got it. But when it went to a market, now bafumana indo different. Ulucha, about teenagers, went crazy. Bayithatha yona ke ngoku.
But Mamela, do you not watch the fictional things on Netflix?
I
don't know. Like, okay, again, there's the South African local and African things. Ne? I've been watching a lot of the local films and some of the Kenyan ones.
Okay.
Nigeria as well. Man, is it me?
I watched the Nigerian one, Black Book.
It's the same. It is the same formula. And yana ba ku Netflix kama nangopo ngaba ngasinceda. Yana ba ku Netflix kuba ku course attendwayo basic yabona tenets ze script se film, right? What kind of characters you need to have and build on and
yes.
And storylines. Ikonindo or like I cannot tell you that Kenyan culture is this from watching those films. Whereas back then you could watch a movie from another country and be like, oh, okay, they like this, and that. I can't tell you there because in as much as Apa South Africa uzawubukela la happiness is a 4-letter word and the girls are drinking wine and popcorn, it's the same thing in Kenya. It's the same thing in Nigeria. They it's they just preaching sameness in culture. That's what I felt about Netflix. Ungacingi again njengoba ndithetha ngale crit ndiyekile uzibukela izinto. Ndizibukela murtu. I'm a sucker for them. Andifuni uba ngumntu ongathi mhlambi yabona ndiyacriticize because I'm like hayi but ndiyibukela ndaqomba man, this is New World Order. Here they changing African culture. There's a conceited effort towards just Americanizing everything. All of us must be 35-year-old women who are single and struggling and men are trash, and then we meet somebody and we'll have a one-night stand and then it's oh my God.
Because it's ubuze one. Because for you to get your stuff on Netflix, Amazon, SABC, ETV, MultiChoice, whatever, you have to go to a podcaster and then you are told what
formula.
Like there's a formula. Because people tell you about Jonga, they tell you about what works now is you have to be this, and that. So really is sugar up basically. Because you are told what works. Because if we are not defend this is all reject.
John Amamela, these LGBTQI agenda is there. You know, there's a lot. Okonba. Ordinary, like there's a movie. I had said that no song movie. I haven't seen it yet because it's got a lot of Kiswahili apekkaleni. So I lose a storyline. If I don't watch with another person who can explain to me what they're saying, right? But the whole storyline is these two girls that are daughters to politicians.
Okay.
Rafiki kamalele film, and they are in love. They are dating. What was very odd for me about this is this movie is set in Kenya.
Yes.
It's Netflix Kenya for all intents and purposes, but it is banned in Kenya. Because kaloku Kenya uneza laws zakhe as LGBTQI.
Okay.
It's illegal there. So uyandiva ndizama uyaphi. Bayenze ifilm eKenya ngalento iKenya ingayifuniyo. Uyandiva? And ba-right ngoba mayibhenishwe phe Kenya but izawubukela South Africa and. So ndishiyeka mna understand about LGBTQI thing is cool here, you know what I mean? But if I don't really research the politics of that particular country, I won't know this. Whereas then it's kind of like I'm not saying there aren't LGBTQI people in Kenya, probably there are. But I don't know, mhlambi, how they navigate the space. And I didn't feel like that movie shows me that movie is about two women in love.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they encounter any struggles?
Kaloku ndingulo ubukeleyo yayazi mosibami learning Kiswahili. Cause ndithi mna andiyazi ba ikhona ne-conversation njalo but mna ndithi bekumele ba Kiswahili is an African official language.
Jambo. Aparikani. Asante sana. Kwaheri. Karibu.
You're welcome. One by one.
Honestly, I can count from 1 to 10 now.
Oh, nice.
In Kiswahili.
That's
yes.
Dope. Nice.
I can count.
I need to get more because I'm doing a documentary on Tanzania and South Africa. And so in the part, it's like it's the main language is Swahili.
Yes.
So I'm almost funding Swahili because I want to have to get there and talk to people in that language.
You must try. Even on, I won't even say deep online because I don't think YouTube is deep online. On YouTube, there are lessons.
Okay.
Basic lessons. That's where I've been learning. Yeah, so get there. So Andy has a storyline about 18 to the encounter challenges and whatnot because I haven't gotten deep into it. So I feel like we really need to do that date, ne? Yeah. And watch that movie. Then we come back and we'll tell Yakim about it. But the sameness ipushwayo.
Yes, uniformity.
And the turning up because we're such diverse people. But we are the names again like nigga one.
Tani diverse kaloku anikho manageable.
We are the names again like nigga yon.
Khazana.
Nansi series dithande abantwana besikolo. Iku Netflix thethani bethu nani? Blood and Water. Thana murtu Blood and Water. Thana nyani. Season 4 man ubuya nini
ngakho yes.
Ndlula njani?
Bukela ezinye.
Bara akufanelanga wethu.
Okay. Okay.
There is a I think it's Spanish and then it was translated to English. Who killed Sarah something? Okay. Who killed that is based in high school. For purposes of researching what I'm saying, Bukela or Blood and Water. Bukela who killed. You will come back and tell me that oh man, nangu character A, the same as character A, apako Blood and Water. All the characters that exist in Blood and Water was as who killed that girl.
The writers, was it a writers conference organized by
on Netflix?
Lomfana udlala umculo Sizwe yazi. Yayise Opera House.
Oh yeah. I remember
was a
that.
Guy who was a script writer, I think, for Uzalo or something.
Yes.
I think he's a PE cat.
He is. Ungu brother ka Mary and Sekwanda. I just forgot his name and I apologize.
In his presentation, dude said they look at series, Game of Thrones, and all these other series that are out there that are popular. They look at a character development and how it moves, and by Nancy, kuthiwa indolento, bazame indolento, and phazamisa kadithethe lento but. Okay. Yes, go on, me and the alley, and we are pava now. Is that
so they study characters from like Game of Thrones,
from Game of Thrones, and all these popular, TV series as this book alive, and then they see how they can fuse as our characters into the existing storylines. So then if Uzalo is one of the most popular soap operas in South Africa, it means nabanye abakwezinye that are less popular, they do the same thing. Which begs ke ngoku into yoba, do we then have the authenticity with storylines that we are watching on our South African television?
We don't. This is why it's one of the biggest fights I have. Because asinayo loo nto leyo. Because in this country, sorry to say this, I don't watch, and ndibukela TV apha eMzantsi, sorry to say it. SABC, ETVs, or multi-choice for that same purpose. It's the same thing over and over. I'd rather just I just go online and I get it and I watch online where you find something fresh and refreshing. Because after you're being told what to do, what to say, how to say it. Our pure chance. We figure pauti, I want to do this. We are told, but nope. The market doesn't want that. Nope, the things like that. Because it's like that. It's George Orwell, Animal Farm.
Yes.
Sizigusha. Senziwa igusha. Buka ibhokwe, imecayina ibhokwe wena ungathini. You do one season or you do one episode and then ungaphinde commission. So for you to commission,
films and a guys and today.
All right. Welcome to another epic episode, the Ephondweni Network. Shout out to you and yours for being here. I see that subscribers are growing as we are recording on 295. Share it, man. Let people like this, watch the content, interact with it. I'm sure you're going to find something that resonates with you. I am Yakim, the master builder. Umavulak Vali, as always, I'm with the historical poet.
I am nothing if not magic. I don't know. I feel like it's been a minute that we've been behind the mic, right?
Yeah,
since we left for Hamburg.
Yeah, we did it once. We did a commentary.
Oh yes. But it's been lovely. It's always exciting to be back here.
So today we have a very special guest and someone that's going to speak on opportunities and everything that is pertaining to a film, story development and the telling of our stories. You know, Nceba, Mqolomba, who's a creative arts and Maskandi activist. And I said the Maskandi activist is very interesting for me. When's Andon or Atunseka? When's Alando and Zwile hip hop? So welcome to the podcast, Mqolomba. We're happy to have you here today.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you for inviting me. I feel special. I feel humbled to be on this platform. It's all cooler. I'm like, wow. Like, yeah, man. Thank you for inviting me, guys.
I have one direct question. Just one.
Feel free.
For the rest of this conversation, I'll keep quiet. How old are you?
Old enough to be 48 this year.
48 this
48
year?
This year. Yes, that's how old I am.
Okay.
Tiny age.
Tiny kaloku. So, you know. I'm 35-year-old vibes,
I'm as old as you want, basically. Otherwise, I'm not goes out. I was born in 1975. I'm 48, but I think I'm young at heart. That's what really matters.
Yeah, you do have a young spirit. Yo, sound. I keep knocking the thing.
Maskandi activism. I found that interesting.
It's umzekelo. It's said earlier on before, like siqale ubala punch. It's Maskandi is one of those art forms because Maskandi is who we are. Ubuntu bethu. Even anytime udlala Maskandi, singly say to. It hits you here, like without thinking twice. I don't Maskandi ngoma and kwazi uzibamba like listen. Because ubuntu bethu. But the same thing, ibekwe ecaleni kubanyole hip hop, R&B, kubanyole intoni, soul and whatever. But where it comes from. And funny enough, Maskandi is probably the most selling genre in this country. Because
after gospel.
Yeah, it's after gospel is the number one, like the next selling one. Because Maskandi is that. So for me, a lot of people don't understand Maskandi. I got it from a young age. They bambi Maskandi in Naitanda. So all in the pusha. There's you are those people that will tell you, oh, Maskandi Thursday, Maskandi every day. Because they're about to sell. And the beautiful thing is, A lot of my people, my friends, never understood Maskandi. But now I get a call, so I'm an activist in Maskandi because I'm not going to go support any other thing. Is to support Butina Betu, which is Maskandi. It's our tradition.
No, that's dope. That's dope. I've been they're doing the same thing, pushing.
In the same way you cry for a rapper, he cries for a Maskandi guitar player.
And if you look at it right now, Maskandi, up in South Africa, you're Kubisayo. What's the thing called Java in combination?
Yeah, that new sound is very
that sound inspired. Is Maskandi, guys.
Or Black Diamond.
Black Diamond.
Yeah.
That's the most popular sound right now. Most highest selling sound.
No, that's
it comes from Maskandi. And this guy just tweaked it a bit.
Yes.
But it's the same thing. It's just a younger guy singing the same thing.
I know Unanseka Big Zulu was very conspicuous. He said it like, we have a huge market, Maskandi. So now we're just gonna fuse it. Tinasnabanbe hip hop, gonna fuse this. See a part la market.
Yeah, no banke Loandlu Nkulu, Nomfundo Mo. It's very Maskandi inspired. The sound is up.
Even how they dress with the Indoze, Ndolando, Brandwood, Tengabi, Yongaland. So, and we started Natal Technikon.
No, not actually, because it was even before I went there. Ndikhule eMthatha ne eneMthatha ukhona indawo besithanda uya kuyo siyobethwa ngumoya angathi besothini pha ngemikhukhwini so fika pha siba nebright sibambe sibe pha sibethwa ngumoya pha so apho behlala khona like I remember the first song bethwa ngumoya siqhumiswa ngumoya umzekelo nje kuphanda phansi kuza ngumoya because lale besifuna pha emikhukhwini lanto kusemikhukhwini basically and the first song I fell in love with Uzambulala njani sabi kazlomu amuta undufaka umoyo mobi. And then the thing with lyrical Maskandi is lyrical content. Besides the guitar and his king and the sounds and the dancing, but the content.
Hey, but the beefs are hectic, eh?
The beefs, there's only beef anywhere. There's only beef in everything else.
Essentially, the Maskandi Nansika beefs. I think after taxi drivers, the most hectic beef is a Maskandi beef in South Africa.
Nah, like it's for so much as this person loves Maskandi. And you know Maskandi beef. I don't even know Maskandi beef because I'm just doing it. I'm just here for the music and the passion and everything else. You still love them both. Because sometimes people know beef is for attention, for popularity. Just for it's for attention, man's sake. Like we know this from even from AKA, Casper. There's no beef. There was never any beef between them. It was just marketing schemes.
Nasty C and Aries.
Yeah, there's no beef there. It's just because of pushing numbers. Because now, like, I'm full loan.
You heard what he said, ne? Nasty C.
They're saying
about Aries. Sakayano ba indo in London zakaipa. Utengane don't spaghetti.
Yes, Taibona ke ngokundoba Aries ufika eshowini yakhe late. And then ufuna ungena emva kwakhe as headlines like nah bro.
Yeah, like, why is disrespectful.
That's disrespect. Now I was reaching out kuba ndifuna abantu babone ba lento kuthiwa ibeef. Mna andina beef.
And he was straight up, but let's make money. Segele way.
Wow.
But ke yazi mostamthanda Nasty C. Benifuna nje uhlohla lo basically.
He has a dope album.
Ufuna ukucima le Maskandi. Say Maskandi ufake hip hop. He's
gonna thetha ngebeef daqomba kanene kukhole love yami ka Nasty C ndimthanda nyani. Babe ndinaye umtshana yabo oyila age yakhe bendizathi vicariously mtshana mngena.
I was still. Okay. So how was the climate, the environment? Natal Technikon, Tanifika. Kona walenda njani kufilimu sukelali?
Yo man, it was because the Natal Tech in 1993, 94 or 94.
Yeah.
Metric 92. Tangena Tech 94. I was among the first black students because it was apartheid, like from 1990 to Mandela, nobody. So 93 was the first group of black students ever. Then I was the second one, 94.
Okay.
So I think there were probably like the fact 10 black students on campus.
The whole campus.
Whole campus. Yeah. But it was cool because being echo shape, honestly, there was none of that beef. Hey, you black, you white. But obviously it was good different, but it was nice. It was dope, it was exciting. Particularly down in Kuyon, just because in Natal Tech modeled me to be the person that I am. Because when I was there was something called TNT, Technikon Natal transmissions.
Yes.
And I was working on that. And TNT, we changed the whole vibe. If you hear today about Ikwaito, the Pumshaka, Crystals, Mosquitoes, POP came after. All those guys came to us and we took them and we blew them up.
Okay.
We used to take them and go to all over Ongoye, and take them there. So for me, it was like, oh, wow.
Nenzandoni, do you film them or you act as like road managers? What are you doing?
Because then as a TNT is a radio station. So we invite them to come and do events.
Okay.
And then we take them around like as road shows throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
So we take them around to all the campuses in KZN. We could take them to, put them there because then Ephondweni is, when I went to tech, there was nothing called film.
Okay.
There was only speech and drama and journalism. And that 94, there was no film. Right now, man, calling film studies. Then it was only speech and drama. I did speech and drama.
Okay.
I did for 1 year, and I was like, not for me. I want to do film, but this is theater. Okay. Elizabethan era, corset, Nendo, and I'm like, nah, not for me. Nah, not for me. I got what I wanted for 1 year here to try and do this. And then after that, fortunately, how I'm saying is the connections I met. I made Goldie Pango 94, about Bruce, about Oscar, the Boom Shagas, and then I Sugapa, the William Tata, and then from there I linked up with my contacts, and I went to Joburg, and I got to Joburg, and I started doing this. Okay. So I go to Joburg, and they asked me, okay, cool. No one knows what I'm doing, like e-film. So I got there, I was like, okay, cool. And Ifundanga way, I funda on set. Okay. And the funny thing is, figure Joburg, if you know act. I was like, okay, cool, let me start being an actor. I did like 6. Okay, this is because the thing is that even now, when people say I want to be in film, they want to be actors. How to get into it. I think it was from June 98, from June up until December. I did a couple of adverts, UMP, British Airways, Solantis. But I got to a point I felt like...
Yes, Solantis.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I felt like this is not me. Because I'd go into an audition, and I'd work on it. When I walk into audition, and action, and then when I walk out there, then I was like, you know what? This is not for me. I should be behind the scenes.
Okay.
And of course you learn, but actually it's better behind the scenes because the actor is paid by who? The guy behind the scenes. I'm like, that's where the money's at. So from there, there's a ganjalo, and then I was fortunate because I met people, Bantata. This is why even today I like mentoring people because when I got to Joburg, I got people who mentored me because then I asked away. I was fortunate. The first film set I worked on, I was second AD for the first time ever in my life.
Okay.
And like film set, I was second AD. And then people mentored me.
What is that? Second AD?
Second assistant director. Okay. There's a director, there's a first AD, assistant director, the second AD. The ADs are the guys who help the director. It doesn't just sits there and does the vision. The ADs are one to make sure everything happens around and says, okay, guys, you ready? Director, are you happy with that? Okay. And he calls it, okay, guys, rolling, come on, and action.
Okay.
And then the director calls, cut. Cool. I didn't like that. Background extras. So the director is the one who pushes the vision exactly, but the ADs are the one who makes everything happen.
The engine.
Including from his second ADs, from doing the scheduling and making sure the people are there on time. Because if I'm AD, I'm making sure, if I'm second AD, and make sure, except Yakim OP, let's OP, you're going on set in an hour because it's the engine room of basically the production.
Oh, nice.
So what's the difference between a producer and an AD, second AD?
A producer is, to put in a simple way, the producer, the guy who puts it together, the money behind it, the brains, the one who organizes it. And then the producer is going to go and hire an AD. The AD is the one who does it on set. And then the AD is going to do the scheduling. we're doing the script, the AD has to sit down, I take the script, I see break it down. We've got these days, we've got this to happening, I am the schedule. So which means if we're shooting, because I'm on film, we don't shoot literally in chronological order.
Yes.
So you can say, guys, now also to save money. Uleza's going to be shooting for like 10 scenes. So we can shoot all those 10 scenes in 2 days to save the production money. So say about today, first scene is laser here. Next scene is laser, scene 3, next scene, laser takes. So we compact them. So that you don't have to like have Ules come in only for one shoot. For once in a penambe. Okay. So 80s are like I'm saying that the brains behind the producer is the guy, is the guy who brings the money, the guy who says, but because you have to go raise the money, you have to go and find the funds and all that, and then you get the director who takes the vision. As a producer, this is the script, and then your vision. The director will say, okay, this is how I see it. You do a treatment, I want to shoot this.
So it's the director who does the treatment.
The treatment. It's
These are the shots I'm going to have. And then, okay.
And then with the DOP, because the director wants to see the DOP, that's called the cinematographer. Director of photography, cinematographer, good, this is what I'm looking at. And then they conceptualize the scenes. And then there'll be someone who'll do a storyboard with the DOP. But okay, this is what I want to sit. One shot is we're sitting here talking like this.
So the treatment and the storyboard are done by 2 different people. My God. I thought the director then does the storyboard.
No.
Listen.
Like when there's no budgets, like in our country, you end up doing everything. You produce, you direct, you edit, you do storyboards. But on productions where there's money, there's everyone who does something different. Because a storyboard is an artist, like a visual artist, a graphic designer, who is told, but what I see is this happening. I tell the script, almost a script, but there are people in the lounge, and then I draw it. Cool. And then there's someone running away, I draw it. With the DOP to say, yeah, this is the shot I'm looking at.
I go with it was Wanile who did all the other tidbits. I just wrote. I just came up with the storyline.
Okay.
Concept,
Of the video.
And and then I did sort of bring some scenes, but he took all of that and then created the flow.
It's a dope video. It's a dope video. So in everything that you worked on, because you worked on some like amazing productions up in South Africa, biggest ones even. Which was like a highlight for you when you were like, yeah, I said, boy.
Zinins, I can just make a few examples.
Get in Soul City, bro.
Yes, I've done Soul Cities. For me, one of the things that you like, it's when we talk about reality TV right now. There was All You Need Is Love.
Okay.
There was the Toasty Show, which was I think
you
in 2000.
All You Need Is Love.
I started On His Love. I started
remember you
Toasty Show. All You Need Is Love. If you born like
people did see you on All You Need Is Love.
If you born All You Need Is Love.
Yes, I remember him there.
Opening credits. On the opening credits of All You Need Is Love.
Yeah.
There's a place where there's a that's me.
Okay.
So I always see On His Love. Then there was the Toasty Show. Then there was Kumbuleka. Yeah. For me, it was those that I liked basically. It's because they were very exciting. I mean, I've done so many different things. You have done a lot of work, but those ones were, because it was something different and fresh, never been done before. It just made different because All This Love. When this guy come and told us, but show and someone says, like this girl that you like her. And like on national television? Yeah, but I'm too shy to tell them. It's like, what? Like, we didn't believe that. But it was dope because what used to happen, we're like, okay, cool. Because for this to happen, we had to go to, like, guys, Sfunabantu. So they give us budgets. It was like, boss, for us to do this, we had to go find people. So they gave us budgets all the time to go out. Give us budgets all the time. Go, people budget, 5 clipper. No, we had to go find people, 5 clipper every day. Do this. Finally, Toasty Show. Toasty Show was brilliant because this is where I made a lot of connections in the music industry because for you to go on the show, you come to me.
Okay.
So every day you leave, you have I've got 4
That one is the one with the 2 artists.
It was Kenneth Ngosi, Unomsa kanene, Bevan Kalinen, and then eventually kwangena Chep Unemotunyana. It was like live with Bill Flynn. It was like a live. It was on ETV from 6 to 8 in the mornings. So it was very, very, very different. So what do you, because of that, different and fresh and exciting, because that's what...
Oh, they were competing with Good Morning South Africa.
Yeah, they came in at that time to compete with that. It was very fresh and different.
When ETV came on, why not say Good Morning South Africa?
No, because
Morning Live, guys.
But
okay, maybe.
Guys, Good Morning South Africa.
Maybe,
Good Morning South Africa.
It's the same thing. Good Morning South
Africa.
But
it was Morning Live, it was William Bully and thingy. By the time ETV came on...
It was way before, because this was in 2000.
Sekudala phelile Good Morning South Africa ngoku. Udlala Morning Live eTV. Umzekelo, ndiphuma nase high school.
Because I'm in business ETV always live. So because you toast the show. So I would have been watching my competition. Basically. Yeah. So it was quite interesting, man. So there are a lot of beautiful productions. Like when you ask me, I'm like, CV, I'm probably like 15 pages long. I'm like, which shows did I do? Like, it's like. But I mean, other thing, one of the other beautiful things I did was The Long Run. There was also The Last King of Scotland, which won an Oscar.
Nice. Oscar winner, should have said that. Oscar winner, Maskandi activist. Yeah.
So it means, man, it's kind of hard for me to remember now, because there's so many now. So many. So, basically. But I remember those ones because they were very different. Yeah. Very, very different.
And work on a 5 clip.
Oh, yeah, I got a 5 clip.
New crew.
Perks of the job.
Yeah, man.
Perks of the job. And when I mean, it sounds like we are pile kubomi. And obviously, most of the time, in the film space, like in any other creative industry space, or for most work you find because you're a freelancer, a comdo who's permanently based you're here, there, and everywhere. But it sounds like your life was together, right? And you were living it up. What makes you decide to come back to PE or to the Eastern Cape?
Where this thing started, ekhaya, bengiqhela apekaya, bengihlala kule ndawo. Njengoba bekhona itafile, and then the TV was here. So mina bengiqhela kanje ngibukela iTV kanje la way. Kuthe uthena lo, and I always knew but I want to go do TV. But I could see by the TV on the program on TV was not good up to scratch. So I always told myself, when I go to Joburg and learn this and try influence TV and come back home to support Ekhaya. And my plan was, when I went to Joburg, I want to be there for 10 years and come back home. I was there for 12 years. Only came back in 2010. In fact, I came back to 2009, but then Soccer World Cup came in. The Abies all back. I was like, oh, guys, come do this thing. It's reality. It's soccer. I'm like, I love my sport. So I came back for that. So I always knew I want to come back or put Ekhaya.
Okay.
I knew, but I'm not like out in for too long. But it was just go there to learn, get the skills, network, and then come back home.
What informed that? It's because everyone's dream back then. Nina ke bantu bakudala besolandis. Lixesha lena Ncika. Elia lixesha lelo kuthiwa into land or umuntu ufuna uzibona eseGauteng.
I think everything is different. Kuye wonke umuntu, same thing. I'm saying I'm a Maskandi cat. Like my favorite genre is Maskandi. Yeah. Other people say ndiyagula ndiyapambana like Maskandi, but I always knew ndifuna uphuhlisa Ekhaya. Going there, you can go there, start a job back for 5 or 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. Some people have been there for 40 or 50 years. But for me, it was never about that. If we call the industry Eastern Cape, I would have never gone to Joburg in the first place. Okay. I only went to Joburg so I can go and learn and get to network and get connections and then come back home. Otherwise, for me, Joburg is just like, I love home. It's like same thing.
But I guess that's easy to understand.
Yeah.
In the sense that we were the generation that said, we're not going to Joburg. We want to base ourselves here and work from here. So it's easy to understand. I think at some point it gets tiring, this thing of everybody trying to flock in one space.
I think Joburg is nothing much about Joburg, man. Like in Joburg, I can't global. I remember, I think I went back there, like, I was doing Sisters of Soul with the Delisa, because we pitched that production and we did it together. I got there, I stayed there for like a week. On the second week, because I'd been there, like I left Joburg a while ago, and I had 2 scooters, the Shepa. I went down the weekend. Kwaqhaqwa zimoto kaDelisa, kwaqhaqwa zimoto apha eComplexini. On the Monday, I went there to go and get my bike. Zibiwa zoyi-2. Ndathi, this place is not for me. Fortunately, there was a friend of ours who passed away. So on the weekend, kodwa siya emngcwabeni, ndathi ayikazi nje emngcwabeni ndiyabuya. Ndathatha nje ibheke uhamba, ndakhwela emotweni ahamba. Ndathi Delisa, uyozibhosa into zami. I was like Joburg is too hectic, man. It's just like, and like Joburg fact is, akho global Joburg. Everyone who's in Joburg is there for a purpose.
Yes.
Because Joburg was empty until they discovered gold. It was like an empty barren land. And then they discovered gold and people went there for opportunities. So for me, I was like, there's nothing about that. So for me personally, come on, like right now we live in an era where for me to go to Joburg, I fly in and I fly out.
Yeah,
I fly there, I stay for 2-3 days and I come back in. That's all. I don't see myself why I should be in Joburg.
And what did you find when you came back? Now, 10 years, 12 years, you're back, you're in the Eastern Cape. Ufika kukondoni in terms of film?
Yo. Film up again. I mean, I always knew about film so when you can push it back. You come in here, the industry was dead. I'm not saying now it's very active, but it was dead. There was nothing.
Which year was it that you came back?
2010.
2010.
I came back 2010. Okay. Industry nothing was happening this side. But I know, but as someone, for me, I see myself as a pioneer, a visionary. So I knew that one day I want to change things for the better for this side. Then I can't be back up. Like, I mean, let's say, like, I can't remember the Ashwa Upper Eastern Cape to work in film. How I've been surviving is still a mystery to me. Obviously, this is where the parents come in, abazali, the support, and I do these odd jobs here and there. And fortunately, I do events, I manage comedians, I do stuff like that. But the film, even today, I cannot remember. Like, I cannot say film I can patala Eastern Cape, basically. Joburg, but I knew it's a long-term vision, which now this is beautiful now because now you can start seeing things happening slowly but surely. So I'm like, I'm glad that I was one of the guys, the pioneers who started this thing because now things are happening. People are shooting here all the time, which is the sad part is that people are still shooting here, but in Basuka and crew from Joburg.
Okay.
Out of a crew of 100, they come here with 90. And then they get 10 people here, one good driver, one cleaner, one PA, one Indoni. This is why I said I want to come here and teach people. So that, because now what used to happen, why are you guys bringing crew of 90? No, if there's no experience, there's no qualified people. So for the past few years, what I've been doing is training programs. I've stand to be corrected, I've trained between 500 and 1,000 people over the past 10 years. And I train them, they get qualifications, and then I put them onto training programs. So that I'll figure out to ETV want to come and shoot here, I can say, here's 50 people I can trust, I can personally vouch for. Because I've trained them, I've educated them, basically.
You had one such program, am I correct?
2017, I did one for 2017 to 2018. It was NQF4 accredited, I like 35 learners then. But ever since then, I've never stopped. I always do this program. Mqolomba short film program the next year. This year, I did the EC Skills. Last year, it was EC10. Like, it's every year, I do 2 or 3 of these programs. Whether the money is there or not, I still do them. I'm fortunate, but recently, with all these programs, we are able to go find funding based on your experience. Now you can go to NFF and say, NFF, the program, but okay, we can, class. And then you go to someone else. So yeah, man, for me, the main thing is skills development to push this, which is what I'm very passionate about.
So Ginsberg Film Festival was informed by a similar thing. What happens with Ginsberg Film Festival? I think you guys changed it to EC, Eastern Cape Film Festival.
Ginsberg Film Festival was 2014, right?
Yes.
Because in 2013, there was the Samro Music Mobility Fund.
Okay.
With Samro and with the British Council.
Okay.
So I applied for that. I think there's only 4 of us who got it. It was me, Freshly Ground, and 1 or 2 other bands. So I said I want to go network and get people that side. So I went to a UK. I was supposed to be there for like 5 days. I stayed there for 6 weeks. Got a Pelimite. Stayed there for 6 weeks. And I made connections. I made networks in the film and the music in the space.
Okay.
I think this is the year film Aragan, if I stand to be corrected. And then I came back the next day. So I called it Ginsberg Film Festival because I was based in Manchester most of the time.
Okay.
So the Ginsberg Film Festival, I did in partnership with the Manchester guys. So they helped me out. They taught me because government public is funded how to do these festivals.
Okay.
And then I got back here. And then first year, 2014, we went there, Ginsberg, because there was a Ginsberg Easter Festival at the Steve Biko Center. Okay, it's a Steve Biko Center. It's a Ginsberg. Rodman, Mqolomba. So if I can do something there, I'll be happy. Fortunately, they gave us a platform, and now we can do the Ginsberg Easter Film Festival. So I got again in 2014, yanjalo. So I met over the weekend. I think we had 20 people, but it was beautiful because we had people from the age of 12. The oldest guy was 65.
Okay, nice.
So it showed us the whole life of this.
And at that time, they still had a theater.
Yeah, we said corner, yes. It was there. So we did it there. We did the screenings because for me it was all we did like 3 days of workshops, and then every day there'll be screenings. And then the next day we need to do like 2. And then ECT, Eastern Cape Information Technology Initiative, and True FM came on board as partners.
Okay.
And then they were like, okay, cool, man, this thing is dope. But now I couldn't do it during the Ginsberg Easter Film Festival because of logistics, times, and everything else. They said, no, come through, let's support you, let's postpone it. Even Easter's, let's postpone it and do it in August.
Okay.
And then say rename it the Eastern Cape Film Festival.
Okay.
I like it in 2015. Yeah, basically from 2015.
Okay. So is it linked with the Eastern Cape Film in Daba? Is it the same thing?
Eastern Cape Film in Daba. Because because I think 4 years ago, 2018 or so, there was an Eastern Cape Film in Daba. So I invited Papa, were there, and the guys, practitioners there, said Eastern Cape Film Festival needs to be a flagship project.
Okay.
It was adopted there by ACPAC, Eastern Cape Provincial Arts and Culture Council, as a flagship project. If you know what a flagship project means, it's something that's supported by government. But
okay.
There's nothing that ever happened after that.
It was not written down. Was it recorded?
It was recorded. There are minutes.
It must have been a minute.
There are minutes.
Yes.
I mean, I remember at some point when I was like guys, government, it's been 3 years, and I used to quote the code and clause 3.1, not 3.2, not 3.3. Eastern Cape Film Festival should be a flagship project because of A, B, C, and D. But as commented, that's why I'm Eastern Cape Film in Daba.
You can't fight it legally or something. You can't compel them in some way? Maybe speak to someone that can. I don't know.
No, man. But sometimes, folks decide how much energy you have. Because you're going to spend 6 months or a year fighting to try and compel them to do that. Or you just shut up and do your own things, and things happen.
Okay.
Which is what I decided to do, and I can see where I am right now. It's like 9 years later, things are going on. Like, I can give you examples. I started the Sarah Batman Film Festival in Maskandi for 3 years. On the 4th year, on the 3rd year, enough, but National Arts Festival, program officially.
Nice.
And then the next 2 years, I did the Maskandi Virtual Film Festival. So 5 years later, Eastern Cape Film Expo.
Unawo amakhaya kwezindawo okanye uyabona uba likhona ikroba apha. Ikhona isikukhu space apha singasebenza apha okanye unamakhaya.
No, for me it's akokhaya, but it's for me Eastern Cape Film Festival is a flagship project. I mean, it's an umbrella of all these ones.
Okay.
I've done the Chris Hani Film Festival. I've done the Maskandi Virtual Film Festival. I've done the Oretamo Film Festival. 2 weeks from now, I'm doing the Coffee Bay Film Festival.
Nice.
So for me, the point is
the whole point is EC.
It's EC. So we umbrella board Eastern Cape Film Festival, but we need to have, each and every region needs to have a film festival. Basically. So for me, it's always that, whether I do it myself or the supporter who's there locally. So into enjalo nje, but sometimes I call into politics and then I step out and I do the next one.
Do you remember was it Black Film? I don't know Black Film what, but it used to happen a rooftop.
Yes, I remember. Yeah,
rooftop. I figure.
I remember that one as well.
Were you part of that? Did you ever showcase there? What were your thoughts about it?
Honestly, I think I went there once or twice, but the same things. And unfortunately, like someone was saying, like I remember this year, I think about February, March, a lot of these, this year or March, from February, March, a lot of these film festivals were popping out. And then someone, Mr. Mqolomba, is like, Tangnash, all these things that have been popping out, have you even got an invite from one of them? I didn't know. So it's one of those, but I do what I do. And sometimes I didn't tell her permission. But if you know what I do, what I've been doing for so long, all I expect, I came like, say, I'm doing this film festival, come through, come support it, or just an invite.
But you know, sometimes uyenza into kakuhle kakhulu uba invite abantu bathi xa besenza into zabo baqomba thina man hey sinobugosogoso bethu man hayi masingambizi man lama because yena uzenza kakuhle into zakhe ingathi angasisokolisi yazi uyenza akho ifumana laa nto lezo.
Something else is ringing in my head. Yes, it happens that people will shun you because of how well you do what you do. Competition, if there even is competition. But I wanted to ask, what is a film festival?
Film festival, to give you an example, Eastern Cape Film Festival, it's a platform where people, for me, it's about, especially Eastern Cape Film Festival, it's a place where you get people who are aspiring filmmakers, established filmmakers, and like industry experts to come together around a table or around one area to talk about how film can impact the Eastern Cape. Because we're taking the Eastern Cape and making it a film destination. Yes. So now we need to get people like, besides just the filmmakers, we need the government, we need other hospitalities, other supporting industries, because the film is not just film. Yes. If we're doing film festival, there's hospitality, there's textile industries, which is where the workshops come in. There is catering, there is security. There's all this. So we're saying, guys, must come in song and see how we can all make this big pie that we can all eat from. And then there's film screenings, there is workshops, there is master classes.
Yeah, because Black whatever, was that a film festival or was it a film showcase?
I think it was more, I don't think it was more of a showcase. So what they did is they had these people that were, I think it was a Cape Town initiative initially. So they wanted to see if it could stick in the Eastern Cape, and PE was a great space. I wanted to, to be that offshoot for the rest of the province.
The Khan. I'm at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining, that we're premiering new films.
Yep.
So there's screenings every night.
Yep.
We've got discussions
Yep.
about a particular film or about certain dynamics within the industry, how to, sort of develop new technologies within film.
Yep.
Yabona ifilm ethile bishutwe ngefoni, showcasing that, getting people to experiment with this new phone that can shoot an entire film. That's my idea of a film festival. There's different corners of it, but there's a tendency on people to organize a concert and then say it's a music festival.
It's exactly what it is. Because out of all those things that you've mentioned, there's the networking aspect. Because out of that film festival, you sit there for 3 or 4 days. You met a producer, you met a director, you met an editor, you've learned something. Your film was screened. You watch someone's film. That's what a film festival is. It's just that mix. But some people just do a
and then you think, and that's it.
How
many of our stories do we put in there? Like Landobete Tapuleza, when we were opening about you watch a Kenyan movie, Nigerian, South African, Sudan, but what you see is like there's a thread, A1, that's weaving through all of them. It's the same story told in different setups. How many of our stories, because Tibona Putipur and Funo Umlibal Putpur. Yeah. Uputipur is a
serial killer.
Showmax. Serial killer. Port Elizabeth between 97, I think, or 2000. But currently, Nancy Kindo and the Mameli podcast 80. Lombe kufuneka phandwe because I think pre-ela xesha aqala ubonwa ngalo ba uyabulala lo bekufana ba unazo inantsika matters anazo. So ngisho beyond that, there are other Nantsika stories that we have in the province. How much more are you guys pushing with the concept?
This is what for me, it's about, I'm trying to get people, this is why even like the script writing program I did, we said, guys, go write your own stories, but make them authentic. Base it in the Eastern Cape, because it's about giving people that freedom to go do that. It's about giving people the freedom. But freedom dictates that you can write whatever makes sense to you. But now, because of the mainstream broadcasters and people, you are told what to write, what not to write, what is topical, what is not topical. Tina is the Eastern Cape Film Festival. We're saying, be you. Because we're just the opposite completely of that. So I know Tina, and you Tina basically.
10 films coming through next year.
Yeah, man.
Tell us more about that.
Easy Skills. It's Easy Skills 10.
Okay.
What happened is from February until April, I did a 3-month script writing program, followed by NFVF, where I said I wanted 20 people to teach them script writing. I ended up with 25 people due to the high demand. 5 of them were people living with disabilities. So then I always said, but what's going to happen is as soon as the program, when I take 10 of those scripts, the top 10, selection, they go do everything, you teach them how to pitch.
Okay, the scripts are there already.
Yes. So we said we'll take 10 of those scripts and then I go apply for funding for them.
Okay.
And then I say April, thinking funding be on May. I paid funding on May. So I filed application with those 10 films. And fortunately, I can come back and say, we like the concept, because it's a concept saying, I'm teaching people how to write scripts, but now what happens after that? They should produce them.
Okay.
So fortunately, they bought into the idea. Now we're going to
I love that. I love
2.4 million.
I love that. I love that. Okay.
2.4 million. I saw that and it was like 10 films, 2.4 M. I'm like, guys, Zitina's film. Before I knew that this was you who's running this, I'm like, it's 2.4 million. Is a film as 10. See film as Chinese 10 2.4 million. Ah man, NFF man film 2.4 million.
No, it's because,
and then I got to understand that it's short stories.
It's short films.
Sure.
All the films be shot over 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
So it's short films, and the whole point is to train. And of course, got 2.4 million. When you get that 2.4 million, you go and apply. Uti, the NFV every 3 million, which is like threshold. And then they can't give you that. They said, okay, we can give you 2.4 million. But then, of course, now we're going to because now I've got the 2.4 million. I'm applying for funding because I need 6 million rands for this project to happen.
Okay.
So I pay Langapa. It is now I've got the startup of 2.4 million. Now I can go to ECTC. I can go to distributors. I can go to other people. Like now, meeting is on a casting group, FVW. Say, guys, this is the thing we're happening because it's just a feeder. By corner in the packet we start with. By command, the beautiful thing is these are all short films. So in the day, if I don't get even another cent more, I'll still be able to do those for that 2.4 million because it's gonna have it's like 240,000 per film.
But this is on average 240 per film for a short film. It's workable for a short film.
It's a short film. Because in fact, to be exact, NFVF for a short film yake 350,000.
Yeah.
Budget yabo. So now
you fall short by 110,000.
Yeah. So I can cut it less. At the same time, I'll be using because the point is to train and develop. So every position is going to have someone. Director, training director. Producer, trainee producer, editor, trainee, sound, trainee, camera, trainee. Because then you don't have to use the whole crew of 30 people who are bound of fully budgets at 35,000. Now you can say, I'll give 30,000 to the top 10, and then the other people will be trainee, that they obviously get less. But the main important thing is about the experience and the knowledge and the show at the end. Because a lot of people, they want to make films. A lot of people have gone to afters, they're graduates, they've gone to film schools, but they don't have show reels. And now that's for me, because there's tier 1, which is people like us who've done more than 3 commercially viable films. And there's tier 2 and tier 3, who's like, tier 2 is if you've done under 2, or tier 1 if you've never done a film again. I mean, tier 3.
Never done a film at all, or maybe never done anything commercial.
Yes, not any film at all. So my target is tier 2 and tier 3. Because the fruit line abona. So when they puma papa, but you're in a show reel. I've got experience. I can do my own, because the bigger picture when I less like the way one. Yeah? And I'm employing 300 people on this project, right? So 200 are going to be coming from here. So out of those, 200 will be from here. So those 200 people have been on sets. They've been taught, they've been workshopped, they've been on set for 2 or 3 days, they've seen how to do it. My vision is to see us come up at Yakim, the woman was a shooter, Neza was a pala, was a teeny. So how about send a short film together? And then that thing grows the Eastern Cape film industry in a big way. Basically, that's what I'm trying to achieve. Basically,
and then as a short films, this is how you appeal. On what platforms are we going to be? Are you going to do? I know Kukela Film Festival, Yase Media Workshop. Kuta indon kanan. Love with Tipai.
It's a film festival as well.
Understandably so, but since ama widespread, what platforms will we see it on?
Good platforms, obviously, until we get to a point. But the platforms, we're talking to Netflix, we're talking to Amazons, we're talking to the SAPCs, we're talking to ETVs. There are people showing interest. But it means these people say,
and we're talking 24 minutes here?
Now, roughly, no, they're all done 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes.
They're all 10-minute short films. This is where people like Amazon and Netflix come in, because they do those short ones. If you go to the normal broadcasters, they're going to take them as fillers.
24.
Yeah, but they take them as fillers. But some of these, because if you do a 10-minute one and it's good enough, we are able to go raise more money to a 24-minute film. And then, because now if you go to ETV, I've got this 10-minute short film, but it looks good. Then they can give you money to do a 24-minute film.
Njengobandinceda onolitha kozwa nosiyanda manzini uyandiva njengoba ndithetha noNceba bandithetha ngathi ndiyayazi uyandiva zitshomi zam nobhema ntombazana bandenza umntu
guys ungaziniki
satsho ndiyangena lawe ndiyazincoma bra.
So do we have a timeline to it? Uba mhlawumbe ngexesha elithile sifuna uba sezigqibile.
Yeah, according to NFVF as per contract, we've got 12 months to do them.
Okay.
So the plan is October, and then we have to be done by September.
Okay.
But fortunately, I mean, these are all
September 2024.
Yeah, September 2024. So they're all short films. I can shoot them in 3 months. From January to March, I was shooters on. But do one a week.
Editing.
And then there's editing. But I need to figure under too much pressure, because we only to be done in September. Right now, I'm thinking like the plan was to start in January. It's a very high chance, but I must do first one in December.
Okay.
Just to go test it out and see how it works and everything else. And then see what means. But there's no pressure, because I can do 2 in January, 2 in February, 2 in April, 2 in May, 2 in June. Because that's the most shooters I edit.
Okay.
So she's shooting because we've got 5 days for edit. Because these are 10-minute short films. It's not like a big thing.
Massive one.
So the timelines is from now until September. That's why, but we say to people, guys, apply now, because by end of November, December, that's when we've got our crews and we want to start shooting. If I shoot by end of December, we're going to start shooting definitely in January.
So for crews, have you started recruitment for the crew?
We put a call out. There's over, we've got over 350 applications already. And amazing.
Are there still more coming, or have you closed already?
No. It's not closed yet, because for me, I got over soon. because we're trying to find the best from here. Because we find the amazing thing, you're finding people from Joburg, people from Durban, people from Cape Town applying for these positions.
You must be from the Eastern
Born
Cape.
and
Born
bred.
and bred, yeah.
Hey, but people are applying. So
unfortunately. We're only looking for born and bred.
No,
I don't want to be paid for it.
No.
I'm not looking for a job. I just want them to leave us alone.
He responds, thank you for applying. We want to be part of this. What if you're part of those guys selected, we'll come back to you. So I said, hi, you understand? So thank you. If you don't come back to you, which means our application was not successful.
And the actors?
The actors, we're also going to put out a call out as well for actors very soon.
Probably also, no auditions have happened yet.
No, because every Saturdays at Tinach I Love Life, we do auditions. We do acting classes. So the acting classes. So the first auditions we did was in June.
Okay.
So now what we're doing is Siyaba Pek. But in the next week, so Kupa again for open call for auditions for everyone else.
Okay. And is it going to be all over the province, all over the city?
It's probably, so Tumela people have to do self-tapes. Because now we can't be going to all the 8 districts of regions and districts. So I want to send a self-tape with a 3-minute monologue or 2-minute monologue of yourself.
Okay.
And then it was and then we do a short list. We do a callback.
Oh, then you can be able to say, okay, most of our babies are for callbacks. Yes. Let's get closer to them.
Basically. So either to say, guys, you can come to us or we can come to you. But self-tapes. We got self-tapes. Because we can't say, if we say now, let's do auditions. Like the ones I did at Tinach, there's over 200 people.
Self-tape. Bathini abanye abantwana bangazange bangena naseklasini abayazi bafotanga ntoni bathini
andifuna ubrenda lo bhuti lo thatha ifowuni uzibethe self-tape like doing a monologue.
Can it be a selfie video?
It's a selfie video. It's self-tape. It's a monologue.
Kaloku selfie must uyibambe ngokwakhe camera ijonge kuwe.
You can.
It can be a selfie, but it can also be a Yakim taking a video of me. All right.
But it's better like someone taking a picture of you.
Sure.
Because a selfie is okay, but like I did got really part, you've got all those 200 applications coming in. I'll figure the photo in phone city automatically. Now from your own side, it doesn't give you interest. So now we say, guys, 30 phone. We beg a camera, we beg a by camera, we talk right, and then do a monologue. Shakespeare, whatever it is. You take the kind that you believe the best. But hey, Jonga wena mama. Ndithanda into yenza kum. Ungaphinde yenze uvile. Kodwa mama kodwa right. Hi man.
Like speech and drama, guys.
No, it's because when I see the emotions, so you put it there and you do emotions at 2 minutes. That's he bomba. Call you up. There's something here we can work with.
Great.
And then we can choose because if man some do, hey, there's nothing there. They've got the thing is, but what we unfortunately we as about kabi abantu. Like right now, what we do these classes, but if we can't ease, that's fundis. So that the next one, because a lot of people want to act, but I can't. Acting for TV is very different from acting for stage.
Yes.
That's the first big rule. To understand, in TV, you're going to shoot the same thing over and over 10
smaller
times.
acting in TV than for stage.
Hi, dakubona ungakulenga onditi. No,
that's stage. Big acting. Mamela ke ngoku. We've got in Gqeberha, right? People that are acting, Bako Gqeberha, the Empire and whatnot. We've got the after acting we've got the acting students that go after and whatever else. People get confused. Call out says, hi, this is just for development. Or they're not looking for somebody level. Are the auditions restrictive in that sense? Are you looking for people that have no experience or no experience? If they want to come through, because maybe the mixture of the two spaces might help. I don't know. Yeah.
Eastern Cape Film Festival is unapologetically developmental in nature.
Okay.
So asivayile umuntu ngaphandle. That's why even when I do these training programs, I don't andifuna ubona i-certificates yakho, andifuna ubona i-metric yakho, ndifuna ubona what you have. Because some people want to act, but they've never had the chance. So we give everyone an opportunity. Asivayile umuntu ngaphandle. If we've gone to art and you're good, asizovala ngaphandle. But if you happen to, because there's some people amazing, they've never done any acting classes, they've never been to acting school, but they're amazing. And then you can see there's someone you can work with, because in acting is about someone you can direct. This one can be directed. But kawenza le way, kawukhale ngoku, kawulile ngoku, kawuqumbe ngoku, uyakwazi ibamba le way. Then you can work with them.
Okay.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Before Sival, your thoughts on Quebec, the empire? You've seen it. You know, as a professional, this represents your Eastern Cape, and in a pairing, Mark 80 Quebec. Do you feel it represents? Can we develop it further? Do we need more people who understands the dynamics of the space, the culture, the lingo, and everything? What's your take on it?
Between me and you guys, honestly,
Yes.
I think I watched the first 2-3 episodes and I stopped.
Okay.
One of the reasons I say, man, I a lot of local productions because quality is very. So once I watched that and I saw those things, like whenever I teach people film, I'm like, guys, after this first week, so the TV again. So for me, I watch with that as a film. Critical eye. Even the mama, there's shadows there, it becomes hard for me to watch this. Because we keep saying this, guys, acting classes, people watch bad actors and try to be bad actors because they think it's good acting. So I watched for a few and I stopped. And one of the things which irritated me about it is the fact that obviously it's an international, it's a Gauteng company, Limpopo company, that comes here to do what we can do here. We've got the skills, we've got the talents, we've got the resources, and yet you take people from outside. They're going to season 2 now, and the same thing, they've brought most of the crew from outside. So for me, it becomes very personal. We've got experience, we've got all this, and then our government gives an 80 million rands. 800,000 rand. So for me, all those things, I equal the way. 880. Season 2. So 160. It was 80, now 80 again. So for me, it was one of those, basically.
I think we can go on forever, you know, but it's been a blessing. We always say, Tina, everyone who comes and sit with us, they automatically become friends of the podcast, because there are so many other things that we would love to have, you know, conversations on, because as Klashali we'll have panels talk about this and possibly have our band Bapa go Qabecha and them, so that we can have as discussions open and honest, because a mandate here is to grow the space and just advance a dialogue as as cool as a song.
There are 2 quick ones, sorry. Get a quick one before one is Eastern Cape Film Festival.
Yes.
It's happening from the 1st to the 6th of December.
Okay.
A Love Life Center, Carrière.
Okay.
Second one is
facilitator.
We do this. Second one, for anyone who's interested in this thing, is Eastern Cape Film Festival on Facebook.
Okay.
Follow, like our page, because all those opportunities now, the auditions of post-op, film, everything is post-op. So if you follow our page, Eastern Cape Film Festival on Facebook, and then you get all the information you want. Otherwise, thank you guys.
Yeah, we need to sit down again and talk about these film commissions. People are speaking big words. We want to understand and so I think we do need to sit down again. But also I want to stress really, really importantly, perhaps we need to the shots to cut the part of the auditions, the don't-don'ts, so that people something is brewing and something is coming. Other than that, man, it was always magic.
Thank you, Ngos. Anytime, guys. I'm available anytime. I'm a call away. I'll come through. I'll jump. I feel honored. Thank you guys for honoring me by putting me on this couch.
What is boy?
Danke, Siyabonga.
Yeah.